Hi and welcome everyone. It's good to be alive in 2026. It's the beginning of the year, which is a great time to decide what technologies deserve our attention this year. In this video, we are going to focus primarily on those technologies that provide excellent web front-end UI user interactive functionality, namely Blazor, React, Next.js, Angular, and Vue. Right out of the gates, it's important to note that the vast majority of these technologies are JavaScript based. These are the most mature web frameworks available today. The only one that is C# and .NET based, and of course not JavaScript based, is Blazor, which is not as mature as the JavaScript based web frameworks, but is maturing and certainly comes with huge advantages. We'll discuss those advantages a little bit later in the video. It is also important to note that not all of these technologies are frameworks. React is in fact a JavaScript library. However, Next.js is a web framework based on React. Blazor and Next.js are web frameworks and are not only concerned with front-end UI user interactive functionality, although of course super fast front-end UI interactivity functionality is a fundamental part of these technologies. It is actually the primary reason for these technologies. But both technologies, Blazor and Next.js, facilitate the inclusion of server-side custom functionality without the need to include another server-side specific technology. For example, with React alone, if your application requires server-side functionality, React would be used for the client-side UI user interactive functionality, and you would need to include another technology for the server-side functionality. For example, Node.js and Express.js, Go and Django, C# and ASP.NET Core, Java and Spring Boot, etc. However, both the Blazor Web Framework and Next.js Web Framework facilitate both front-end UI, user interactive functionality, as well as server-side functionality. So this is advantageous in the sense that you don't need to include any other technologies to provide a full web solution. So you can use one web framework and create an entire full stack web application using just one programming language. So this can be seen as a huge advantage that Blazor and Next.js provide. This can be an excellent reason for C# and .NET based developers to focus on Blazor and JavaScript based developers to focus on Next.js. So how should we choose which of these technologies, Blazor, React, Next.js, Angular, or Vue, is best for us? So here's my proposed criteria for this choice. Career goals, job market demand, industry trends, project type, large enterprise apps versus startups versus mobile web hybrid, ecosystem strength, community, libraries, tooling, long-term relevance, opportunities in 2026 and beyond. Please let me know in the comments section which web frameworks, Blazor, React, Next.js, Angular, or Vue, will you be mostly using or learning this year and beyond? Please also let me know why this is your choice. All comments are welcome. I love reading your insights. If you're liking this video so far, please hit the like button and please consider subscribing if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel. Please also ring the bell so that you'll be notified of newly released content. Please share this video with anyone you feel may benefit from its content. If you'd like to thank me by buying me a coffee, you can do that at my Buy Me a Coffee webpage at this URL. It will of course be greatly appreciated. Let's firstly discuss React. And of course on the surface, React is going to look like a top choice. So let's go through the advantages of focusing on React. No doubt you can get a huge ROI investing your time in learning React. So here we go. No surprises here. React remains the most requested front-end skill across job boards in 2026, especially for these jobs: front-end engineer, full-stack developer, project engineer, UI platform engineer. It has a huge ecosystem to help you with state management, to design systems for mobile apps using React Native, and for tooling. It is extremely flexible as React is widely used in startups, large companies, and open source projects. It also is fairly easy to learn, especially when compared to Angular, which has a much steeper learning curve. Let's move on to Next.js. Next.js is a React-based web framework that helps you build fast, production-ready websites and web applications. It adds routing, server-side rendering, static generation, and API routes on top of React. It enables better performance and SEO by rendering pages on the server. It provides built-in tooling for data fetching, optimization, and deployment. It's commonly used to build SaaS products, dashboards, e-commerce sites, and marketing pages. In short, Next.js turns React into a full-stack web framework. So Next.js provides built-in SSR, SSG plus edge capabilities, strong performance defaults, full-stack features, API routes, server-side components. And it is great for SEO and marketing sites. Let's move on to Angular. Angular is used heavily in large enterprises, for example, healthcare, banking, and insurance platforms, and government. It is opinionated, full-featured, with routing, state management, forms, and CLI tools. It is great for complex, large-scale apps. Angular is most commonly used for large, structured enterprise-grade applications where consistency, scalability, and long-term maintenance matter more than rapid experimentation. It is less commonly used in small marketing sites, lightweight startups or prototypes, highly experimental UI projects. But many companies will pay well for Angular devs, but overall demand is smaller than React's. It also comes with a steeper learning curve than React. Let's move on to Vue. Vue has very approachable syntax for new developers. It has excellent documentation. It is great for small to medium projects and increasingly used in corporate environments, especially in Asia and Europe. It has a strong ecosystem where Next.js can be leveraged for SSR, SSG, like in Next.js. Okay, now it's time to look at my favorite web framework, Blazor. Blazor is no longer experimental or just a Microsoft demo. It has matured into a serious web UI platform, especially for the right audience. Now, I'm a huge React fan, but I generally prefer to work with Blazor. But of course, I have a bias and have decades of C# and .NET experience. There are, of course, obvious advantages to learning React because, for example, its ability to effectively handle millions of concurrent users. So React scales in this regard extremely well. For Blazor server apps, for example, which depends on SignalR for fast UI user interactivity functionality, one has to optimize the application for scalability. React is going to be better for public-facing web pages or landing pages that need to potentially handle millions of concurrent users. But if you are a .NET and C# expert, Blazor might be better for handling web functionality for authenticated users. And if you're really cunning, you can use a hybrid model where you use React for landing pages and public-facing aspects of your web solution and use Blazor for handling content for authenticated users. So you can actually integrate both React and Blazor into the same web solution. But here are some advantages to using Blazor in general. For many real-world apps, Blazor Server is faster to build and easier to maintain than other SPA frameworks. Blazor WebAssembly is not meant to replace React everywhere, but it no longer feels slow or clunky for most use cases. It is constantly improving. With Blazor, you don't need to rely on JavaScript for front-end user interactive functionality. You can code an entire web application using C# for your programming language. So for C# and .NET developers fully invested in Microsoft's massive ecosystem, this is a great advantage. The component model is clean and predictable. Blazor's component model is strongly typed, easy to reason about, less magic than many JS frameworks. Here are some features that developers appreciate. Raise the syntax, HTML plus C#, feels natural. Built-in dependency injection, clear lifecycle methods, excellent tooling in Visual Studio and Rider. For large teams, this reduces bugs and onboarding time. If React is a crowded city, Blazor is a well-paying town with open positions. Before learning Blazor, you need to have a fundamental knowledge of web technologies, HTML5, CSS3, and at least a basic knowledge of JavaScript, as well as a fundamental knowledge of .NET and C#. This may mean a steep learning curve if you are new to .NET and C# or those web technologies that I've just mentioned, but it will ultimately enable you to leverage one web framework where you can create powerful enterprise web solutions that seamlessly extends into the massive .NET ecosystem. This will help make the integration of, for example, cutting-edge sophisticated AI functionality into your Blazor applications fairly easy to do, for example, just by including the appropriate AI NuGet packages in your projects. So you can also create Razor components that can be reused across mobile, web, and desktop platforms. So one code base for multiple platforms. This can massively increase productivity efficiency. In 2026, reducing cognitive load and maintenance cost matters more than chasing trends. Blazor shines in internal dashboards, line of business apps, admin panels, financial, healthcare, and government systems. And here is why enterprises like it. It has tight integration with ASP.NET Core, Identity, Active Directory, Azure, EF Core, long-term support, LTS, strong security model. And I'll say this again. Before you can be a Blazor developer, you need to have a good knowledge of HTML5, CSS3, and at least have a basic knowledge of JavaScript. You also need to have at least foundational knowledge of .NET and C#. Now, if you have this sort of knowledge, I don't believe it will be all that difficult to also learn React. Having the additional React knowledge will put you in a very strong position as a developer in 2026 and beyond. If you are already proficient as a React developer, I would advise you to also learn Next.js if you haven't yet learned Next.js. This will also put you in a strong position as a full-stack web developer in 2026 and beyond. If you have HTML5, CSS3, and JavaScript knowledge and haven't yet learned a JavaScript web framework at all, I would recommend Next.js as the web framework for you. Ultimately, where you invest your time depends on your personal goals, but I hope this video helps you with your decision. Of course, if you're familiar with this channel, you know that Blazor is my favorite web framework, but I've been a C# and .NET developer for decades at this point and love to create full-stack web applications using my favorite programming language, which is, of course, C#. So that is a huge advantage for me. I much prefer C# over JavaScript. It will also be hugely advantageous for devs to learn Blazor for a company already invested in Microsoft technologies. I also have a lot of experience with React and highly recommend it because for web applications where web pages can potentially be hit by millions of concurrent users, it will of course be advantageous to use React. If you want to stay in the JavaScript space, I would recommend learning the Next.js web framework, which is React-based and also facilitates the inclusion of server-side functionality. So perhaps for JavaScript-based developers, Next.js could provide you with the best ROI, return on investment. And for .NET and C# developers, perhaps adding Blazor to your skill set will provide you with the best ROI. As mentioned, it all depends on what your personal goals are. Note that React goes really well with the .NET backend too. You can also build hybrid UI solutions using both React and Blazor. One potential use case is React is leveraged for public-facing web pages where huge amounts of concurrent views are anticipated. And Blazor is used for content where authentication is required. As always, where you choose one technology over another, there are trade-offs to consider. So this has been a fairly quick cursory overview of why you might choose a particular web framework or library over some of the other well-known web technologies. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments section which web frameworks or library, Blazor, React, Next.js, Angular, or Vue, will you be mostly using this year or learning this year and beyond. Please also let me know why this is your choice. All comments are welcome. I love reading your insights. If you liked this video, please hit that like button and please consider subscribing if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel. Please also ring the bell so that you'll be notified of future content. Please feel free to share this video with anyone you feel may benefit from its content. If you'd like to thank me by buying me a coffee, you can do that at my Buy Me a Coffee webpage at this URL. It will, of course, be greatly appreciated. It would be great if you followed me on X. My username is Gavin Digital. I hope to see you soon. Thank you, and take care.